Our exhortation this morning then comes from Proverbs 28:12, which says, "When the righteous triumph, there is great glory. But when the wicked rise, people hide themselves." And this verse this morning is a great example of what is technically referred to as an antithetic parallelism. And this is very common in Proverbs, and essentially what this does is a compare and contrast. The righteous do this, but the wicked do that. And the primary context of Proverbs is a king instructing his son on how to be a good king one day. And so this verse is referring to the difference between a righteous ruler and a wicked ruler. A righteous ruler brings glory to his kingdom. Everyone benefits from a righteous and good king. Everyone receives glory. But when the wicked triumph, people hide themselves. A wicked ruler causes his people to shrink back in fear, and his kingdom does not flourish. But we also apply this proverb to our own personal lives. In fact, Proverbs 25:28 does this. It says, "A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls." And so, in light of that, we are called to rule ourselves well, to discipline our lives and live obedient to God's word. So, a righteous triumph, then, is when you overcome temptation, when you mortify your flesh, when you kill your sinful desires. When a Christian does this, there is great glory. The Hebrew word for glory refers to something that is tangible, something you can see. It's beauty, it's splendor, it's honor. In other words, everyone can see it when you are being glorified. But on the flip side, when you give in to temptation, when you indulge your sinful desires, when you hide and keep things in the dark, there is no glory. There is only fear. And I'll just give a pretty basic example of this. If you're looking at things that you shouldn't be looking at on the internet, there is a fear of being caught. You look at these things in secret, sometimes double and triple checking that nobody is watching, and then erasing the search history, covering your tracks, and you're anxious about letting anybody else use your devices because there is a fear that you will be exposed. But for the person who is denying their flesh and overcoming their temptations, for the person who practices self-control, there is freedom there. There is relief. There is joy. And that is glory. That is real, tangible reward that God gives to His children when they overcome sin. And it's also a wonderful feeling. It produces genuine prosperity. Because glory is not just a personal victory. Glory overflows to those around you. Other people are blessed when you are righteous. But living in fear and shame, fighting to keep things hidden, deceiving others to keep secrets from getting out, that is a miserable way to live. And it is the fruit of wickedness. You distance yourself from your family and friends because you may be exposed. And that is the opposite of glory. It brings down those around you. It builds up their fear, it builds up their distrust, and it discourages them in their own struggle against sin. Obedience builds up the body, but wickedness tears it down. Do not grasp for the fleeting, pathetic satisfaction that sin offers you, but pursue the glory, the true, tangible glory that comes from conquering your sin.